How do you segment the customer? Segmentation is done based on the customer's purchasing behavior, their profitability, and other factors. How do you have this integration? So, integration will be between online and offline channels, consistency in messaging, and providing a unified brand experience. You have the data relating to the customer interactions, the preferences, and behaviors. So, with this, you will be able to have a very good decision making. Hello everyone, I'm Purnima, faculty in the Department of Commerce and Management with the Ashram First Aid College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. I welcome you all to this session. In this session 2 of Unit 4, we will be having a discussion on customer lifetime value. Now, what do we mean by customer lifetime value? Customer lifetime value, or LTV or CLTV, is a crucial metric for businesses that helps them understand the total revenue they can expect to earn from a customer throughout the entire relationship with the company. So, the customer lifetime value refers to the total revenue the company is expecting to receive from the customer. So, if he has a long-term relationship with the company, it predicts the net profit attributed to a customer's future relationship. This metric is essential for making informed decisions about customer acquisition, retention strategies, and overall business growth. So, it predicts the net profit attributed to a customer's future relationship. Suppose the customer is having a long-term relationship with the company. Then what is the revenue the company can expect from the customer? Then it is essential for making informed decisions about customer acquisition. Now, what is this customer acquisition? You convert a potential customer into a customer. So, you are acquiring a customer. Retention strategy. So, how do you retain the customer? And when you retain the customer, what is the overall business growth? Then, so what is this customer lifetime value? In this, the first one is value-based customer segmentation. So, there are different aspects of customer lifetime value. In this, the first one is the value-based customer segmentation. So, it involves categorizing customers into different segments based on their value to the business. So, you categorize the various customers into different segments. This segmentation is often done by analyzing customers' purchasing behavior, profitability, and other factors. So, this segmentation. So, how do you segment the customer? Segmentation is done based on the customer's purchasing behavior, the profitability, and other factors. By understanding which customer segments are more valuable in terms of revenue and profit, businesses can tailor their marketing strategies and customer service efforts to maximize the CLV. So, when you segment the customers, you will be able to concentrate more on your target. So, you try to tailor your marketing strategies as per the segmentation. So, identifying high value segments and catering to their specific needs and preferences can significantly impact the CLV. So, when you identify which customer segments are of high value and you just target them, you will be assured of business growth. Then the second one is competitive advantage. Competitive advantage refers to a business's ability to outperform its rivals by producing goods or services more efficiently, innovatively, or distinctively. So, it is the business's ability to outperform its rivals. So, when there are rivals, when there are competitors in the market, so it will be the competitive advantage is that ability of the business to outperform its rivals by producing goods or services more efficiently, innovatively, or distinctively. A strong competitive advantage can enhance CLV in several ways. For instance, offering unique products or services the competitors don't have can attract and retain the customers, leading to higher CLV. So when you are producing those goods which the competitors don't have, then you can attract the customers and retain them. Additionally, a superior customer experience, exceptional service, lower prices resulting from competitive advantage can increase customer loyalty and CLV over time. So if you can have this, so superior customer experience, exceptional service, lower prices, all this can increase the customer loyalty. The customer will be loyal to your business, and as a result of which you can have a increased CLV. Then third one is the growth. So business growth, both in terms of acquiring new customers and retaining existing ones, is closely tied to the CLV. So acquiring and retaining high value customers over the long term contribute directly to the CLV. Moreover, as a business grows, it can invest in improving customer experiences, expanding in product or service offerings, and enhancing overall customer satisfaction, all which can positively impact the CLV. So when you have all these factors, you can say that the CLV will improve, as a result of which you can have growth of the business. Then the next initiative for this is the channel optimization. Now, a channel typically refers to the different methods or avenues through which businesses interact with and manage customer relationships. So, a channel means it refers to the different methods or avenues. So, what are the different ways or methods in which the business interacts with its customers? So, these channels encompass various touch points and communication pathways through which customers and business connect. So, they are the different media or the different ways in which the company interacts with the customers. So, channel optimization refers to maximizing the efficiency and effectiveness of distribution channels a business uses to deliver its products or services to the customers. So it refers to maximizing the efficiency. You are trying to bring in efficiency in the channels, as a result of which you will be able to deliver the products and services effectively. In marketing and sales, a channel refers to the various pathways through which a company reaches and sells to its target audience. These channels can include direct sales, online platforms, retail partners, distributors, and more. So these channels can include, so you can have direct sales or online platforms, retail partners, distributors, and more. Then, and more information relating to channel optimization. The key objective of channel optimization is to offer the right message to the right customers at the right time through a channel more appropriate for them. So, the channel optimization should improve the various pathways through which a business reaches and serves its customers. So, channel optimization means you are trying to use various media through which you will be able to reach the customers. The purpose is to achieve greater efficiency, effectiveness, and customer satisfaction. The key elements are explained in the following paragraphs. So, in order to have efficiency and effectiveness in channel optimization, so there are the key elements. Now, what are the key elements? Let us see. So, we have the channel optimization. In that, the key elements. What is the first key element of channel optimization? The first one is efficiency. Channel optimization aims to streamline distribution to reduce cost and resource requirements. So, it aims to reduce the cost and resource requirements. It involves evaluating and selecting the most cost-effective channel for reaching the target audience. So, you have the most cost-effective channel to reach the audience. Second one is efficiency. The second element of channel optimization is efficiency. The goal is not to minimize the cost, but to maximize the impact of each channel. So, efficiency means you are bringing in more and more impact of the program. So, you are trying to bring in more efficiency into the program. It includes ensuring that the chosen channels are more suitable for reaching and engaging the target market. Then, The third one is integration. Channel optimization often involves integrating different channels to create a cohesive and seamless customer experience. So you create a cohesive and seamless customer experience. It may include aligning online and offline channels, ensuring consistency in messaging, and providing a unified brand experience. So how do you have this integration? So integration will be between online and offline channels, consistency in messaging, and providing a unified brand experience. Then the next one is data-driven decision making. Analyzing data relating to the performance of different channels is crucial for optimization. It includes tracking sales data, customer feedback, and other relevant metrics to make informed decisions about the most effective channels. So data-driven decision making means based on the available data, you take the decisions. Now, what is the data you require? So the data includes tracking sales data. So what is the sales data you are having relating to the customer? Then customer feedback and other relevant metrics, so that when we have all this data, we can take proper decisions. Then fifth one is adaptability. Markets and consumer behaviors can change. So channel optimization requires adapting to these changes. It may involve experimenting with new channels, technologies, strategies to stay relevant and effective. So adaptability means so you require the channel to adapt. So how do you adapt? So you will be experimenting with new channels, technologies, and strategies. Then the next one is customer experience. Optimizing channels should also prioritize the overall customer experience. It involves understanding how customers prefer to interact with the brand and ensuring that the chosen channels align with these preferences. So customer preferences means so how they want to interact with you and what are the channels which they need to align with. Then next one is relationship management. Effective relationship management is crucial if the distribution involves multiple partners or intermediaries. It includes maintaining good communication, providing necessary support, and fostering mutually beneficial partnerships. Then, so in this single channel optimization, a single channel optimization refers to the process of improving and refining strategies, operations, and resources within the specific marketing or a business channel. So what is the single channel optimization? It is a process of improving and refining the strategies within one business channel only. The focus is one particular revenue or which a business interacts with its audience. It could be a specific social media platform, email marketing, retail location, or any other singular channel. So the goal is to maximize the efficiency and effectiveness of the activities within that individual channel. This could involve tailoring the content, refining marketing strategies, or optimizing experience specifically for that channel. For example, if a company decides to optimize its website, the focus is on improving user experience, navigation, and conversion rates on the website alone. So this is the single channel optimization. Then next we have the multi-channel optimization. So what is this multi-channel optimization? It refers to the coordinated management and improvement of strategies, operations, and resources across various marketing and business channels. Across various business channels, you try to get an improvement. Then in this approach, businesses recognize that the customers interact with them through multiple touch points, and the goal is to create seamless and integrated experience across these channels. So the businesses are understanding that the customers are interacting with the business through the various channels. So it is essential for the business to see that they are open in all the channels of communication. So a multi-channel optimization strategy might involve integrating online and offline sale efforts, aligning messaging on social media with email campaigns, and ensuring a cohesive brand image across all customer touchpoints. Then, what are the key aspects of multi-channel optimization? The first one is the diverse channels. So, what are the diverse channels? Businesses engage with customers through various channels such as websites, social media, email, physical stores, mobile apps, and more. So, multi-channel optimization involves optimizing each of these channels to work together harmoniously. So, you have the various channels such as the website, social media, email, physical stores, mobile apps, etc. So, you have to work together harmoniously. Then second one is consistent branding. So ensuring a consistent brand image and messaging across all channels is fundamental to multi-channel optimization. This helps reinforce the brand identity and creates a unified customer experience. So you try to see that whatever brand you are giving, it should be reinforced. So you try to see that you create a brand identity and you give the customer a unified customer experience. Then third one is data integration. So multi-channel optimization often requires data integration from different channels. It helps create a comprehensive view of customer interactions, preferences, and behaviors, leading to more informed decision making. So, you have the data relating to the customer interactions, the preferences, and behaviors. So, with this, you will be able to have a very good decision making. Then, customer journey mapping. Understanding and optimizing the customer journey across various channels is crucial. So you have to just see how the customer has tried to interact with the company, and it involves mapping how customer move from one channel to another, ensuring a smooth and cohesive experience throughout. Then the next one is technology integration. So in this, implementing the technologies that facilitate seamless interactions between different channels is part of the multi-channel optimization. So you should see that whenever you have an interaction between the customer and the company across various channels, so from between each of the channels, there should be a very good pathway for interaction between the customer and the company. It could involve integrating customer relationship management systems, marketing automation tools, and other relevant technologies. So you can make use of the CRM technology, marketing automation tools, and all other relevant technologies. Then adaptive strategies. Strategies are adaptive and responsive, considering insights gained from the performance of one channel to enhance performance in others. So in this adaptive strategies, so you will be trying to see how the performance in one channel, what is the insight you have gained from it, and you try to make use of that insight in order to improve the performance of other channels. It helps in refining approaches based on real-time data and the customer feedback. So you can get the customer feedback and the data relating to the various interactions with the customer, and you can make use of this for adaptive strategies. Then the next one is customer-centric approach. Multi-channel optimization is centered around the customer. The aim is to meet customers where they are and provide a personalized and convenient experience regardless of their chosen channel. So customer-centric approach means try to meet the customer where they are and provide a personalized and convenient experience. So in this way, you can have a customer-centric approach. The next one is marketing coordination. Marketing efforts are coordinated across various channels to ensure a cohesive and synchronized message. It might involve aligning advertising campaigns, promotions, and content across online and offline platforms. So, marketing coordination. So, how can you have marketing coordination? By aligning advertising campaigns, promotions, and content across online and offline platforms. Then, the next one is the omni-channel experience. So, in an advanced form of multi-channel optimization, businesses aim for a omni-channel experience. This involves coordinating efforts across channels and allowing for a seamless transition between the channels where a customer can start an interaction on one channel and continue in on other without any disruption. So omni-channel means it is the coordinating efforts across the channels, allowing for seamless transition between the channels. So if he is talking with you, so you have a transition. So from one channel to another, you can just shift and you can have the interaction easily. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Hope you have all followed it. Thank you.